Right? And we're back on the Morning Brew with Friends. We moved to the table, and we got Chris and Lizette and Sean and Michaela, and this is great. This is a fun show because we got, well, basically, it's Morticia and Gomez over here. This is great.
You can refer to us as Chris and Lizette.
Chris and Lizette, you prefer that? I don't know. I might just keep the Gomez thing going. It's great.
If it works.
Right. I just need a suit like that. Is that custom made, or is
It's
that?
sort of, yeah, it's custom made. Our costume designer took a suit and pinstriped it a little bit more. Just to
Oh,
give it a
those
little
are
bit more
hand-drawn
character.
pinstripes.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Very
amazing.
classy. I'll lend you it if you'd like to borrow it someday.
You know what? I will. I'll go to the members only thing on Saturday. And I'll just wear the Gomez suit. That'd be excellent.
There you go.
Oh, the purple bow tie. I don't know. Yeah. It's fun though.
Great
But-
singing, yeah. Can
Right?
we get the soundtrack? Because I want to sing that in my car when no one's looking.
I think they have the Broadway soundtrack.
Yeah.
They do, yes. Not us, though.
Oh, on
we'll-
your version.
We'll just bootleg it from the show. From the audience. We'll just bootleg that, and then we'll
You're
get
not supposed
you.
to tell people that.
It's not bootlegging if they know about it? Is that... Well, you know, this is the final week of the legislative session, and there's some cool stuff
Speaking
happening.
of bootlegging.
Right. There's some very cool stuff happening. There's some other stuff that's kind of crazy.
It's like a soap opera.
Right, and there's all the crazy hot button topics this year. But there's some other fun stuff, and I'm loving following the Uber and Lyft bill. I think, how many of us have used Uber and Lyft? to
I
get
haven't
around?
used them yet.
They're great.
Nobody's
And-
gotten murdered, so.
No, and all you do, you know, on your phone, you hit the button and a car shows up, and it's like some guy in his car.
Yeah.
And it's great fun, and I've been in like every kind of car imaginable now using Uber and Lyft.
Have you
But-
been like a lowrider? I want like a lowrider to pull up one day.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. You know, it'd be like hit the switches, and then we'll go.
Hydraulics, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Da, da, da. Airport, please.
You know what? I'm gonna buy that car just so I can be that Lyft.
You'd be
just
so
so
popular.
Just so I can be that driver. Although they have this 4-door rule, so I'll have to figure something out with that. But yeah, just get a nice like little steering wheel, loud horn. That'd be great.
Chain steering.
Yep, that'd be the best Uber or Lyft car ever.
So what's
But-
going on with the bill? I
Well,
didn't
so the
know.
thing
So
is,
table.
the state, because they're not taxis, you know, you can't actually regulate them like a taxi. So they're trying to figure out a way to actually regulate them like a taxi or not a taxi or something. And because it's ride sharing, and now the bill finally passed the Senate committees yesterday. It's going to hopefully get to the Senate before the deadline on Saturday at noon to pass. But I want to know what you guys thought about, you know, is this something we need to get done, not get done? I mean, have you guys used it? You know, you haven't yet, but you would if you could get in a lowrider.
Actually,
If it was that,
I'd pay extra for that.
You'd pay extra for
Well,
like
I've
the
heard
82
a lot of people
Caprice.
that have been drivers. It's actually hard to make a living at it.
It is.
It's tight, but it's sort of more for the experience.
Right,
for the
that's
fun.
what people say.
So
yeah.
I hate taking away money from real cab drivers who are and real businesses who are really contributing. So
Right.
I definitely think they need to be accountable for the money that's coming in and going out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they do need to resolve that.
One of the things that we have one of the lowest rider to cab ratios in the nation, or highest, I should say. It's one cab for every 5,000 people in New Mexico.
Wow.
In other places, it's like one cab for every 2,000 people.
We all have our own
Well,
cars.
we love to drive
right.
here.
It's Albuquerque. And then I think this is great. We're talking about the beer bill, and this is really cool. So
This is
there's-
important to
this
you.
is-
It touches
this is-
your heart.
I love this. I love this. It's so much fun. There's a new bill that, if it passes, it would allow New Mexicans to get a new kind of liquor license for a bar that if you only serve New Mexico spirits, which I love.
Yes.
So it's right now you can have if you open a brewery, you can serve New Mexico beer. If you open a winery, you can serve New Mexico wine. And there are now a handful of distilleries making whiskey and scotch and gin. It's great stuff. You know, there's guys in Santa Fe, guys here at Left Turn that make some really great whiskey. But they can't really sell it at through local distributors into local bars yet. And so there's a new bill going through, and it's kind of fighting its way slowly through the system up in Santa Fe, that you could open up a bar that is only New Mexico spirits.
I love it.
Right?
Love
And
it. Yeah, so
this is
smart.
our friend Christopher Goblet here on the photo, and he's pushing this through. And I would love to open up a place that would just be like New Mexico booze, you know?
Yes. And it would be a destination too
it'd
for
be a
people
destination.
visiting and
Right.
locals.
Yeah, you could have only New Mexico beer, only New Mexico wine, only New Mexico spirits. And you could almost have a full bar with everything that's
Oh,
made
yeah.
here.
I think New Mexico is becoming very well known for their spirits, for their
Right.
the wine festivals that we have,
Yeah.
and now there's a Brew Fest that was up in Durango, but
There was a lot of New Mexico breweries up there.
We have our own couple of brew fests here too, and then the guys from La Cumbre and Marble both won GABF awards for their IPAs. I know, so that's really great.
How does it differ from the actual liquor licenses that are out there right now?
Well, the ones right now, it's like they're about $500,000 a piece
Right, okay.
to get one.
And there's a lottery too.
And there's
I
a
think.
lottery, and
It's hard to
they
get.
actually stopped printing new ones in 1982.
Oh my gosh!
Right. So the population has grown, but the liquor licenses have not.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons we have all of the large, the Applebee's can afford one, the guy in the corner cannot right now. So they're trying to find ways, not necessarily to make it easier to get one, but alternatives to that. And to create the neighborhood bar rather than just a giant establishment bar. And this is one of those things.
I learned a lot about liquor license with my artwork appears on a beer label and a wine label.
that's right. You do
There's
work
only
for-
certain
is it
places that
Tractor?
can serve it. It's actually through the St. Clair family
St. Clair, yes.
broke off, and they have Southwest Wines and Spirits,
Right.
and so there's certain people who can't sell it and can sell it, and whether you have an open bottle or there's
Right.
And you're right. It's really tiered. It's sort of leaning towards people with big money and where do the little guys fit in?
Right. So they're trying to find ways to let the little guys back into the system. And
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if these bills pass this House and Senate, and if the governor would sign that. It certainly help all of us fans of local beer,
Yeah.
for sure.
Could we combine Uber and the beer into one?
That would be excellent. That would be excellent.
Happy hour.
Spirits in the Uber car?
No, not yet.
And you
But-
could serve them at the round table.
You guys are obsessed
There
with
you go.
spirits.
Spirit. Oh, or wine.
We'll be back in a
Yes,
couple of
spirits.
we'll be back in a couple of seconds with just a quick wrap up on the Morning Brew with Friends.